But it's a special request from Paul because I had to bail on a gig, and he said, come and do an open mic, but you've got to play banjo too. And my best girl up in Brisbane, well, my only girl up in Brisbane, she's also requested some mandolin. Go figure. The things I do. That was a warm-up. I've got to do more busking, that way you get paid to practice. It's wonderful. Now, Paul was going to play some harmonica on the next song, but he's disappeared. Any public servants? This is one I wrote about the public service, but I stole the tune off Kenny Rogers. You can't get done for parody or satire on copyright. It's the law. On a slow Monday arvo, in a job going nowhere, next to my manager, and I think she was asleep. I just sat there watching the minutes ticking over. She woke up with a and she began to speak. She said, "Son, I've made my living from fixing people's screw-ups and knowing how badly they'd screwed up by the way they told their lies. And if you don't mind me saying, you're shit at poker faces. For a coffee and a donut, I'll give you some advice." So I shouted her a long black and a plain Italian donut. Then she bludged some stevia and asked me for a spoon. Then she checked her mobile phone and muttered something unprofessional. But if you're gonna dance to their dance, you gotta learn, play their tune. You gotta know when to take a hit and know when to give a shit and know how to stand your ground without getting fired. You never count on support sitting round a meeting table. There's no time for that when there's consultants to be hired. Now every public servant knows the pathway to promotion. Just tell them what they want to hear and their ideas won't fail, 'cause if they do, you'll get the blame, and if not, they'll nick the credit. And the secret to brown nosing is that you don't inhale. And when she'd finished speaking, she locked off from her Surface book, downed her coffee, packed her bags and legged it for the bus. And somewhere in the future I could see how to break even, 'cause in her words I found a way to fake it to success. You gotta know when to take a hit and know when to give a shit and know how to stand your ground without getting fired. You never count on support sitting round a meeting table. There's no time for that when there's consultants to be hired. So stuff it, take a package, be a consultant and get hired. Still no Paul for a harmonica solo. This is one I wrote a couple of weeks back. There's a big thing in country music about, musicians, Hank Williams with, Tonight the Bottle Let Me Down, and Chris Christopherson, Sunday Morning, coming down, playing, getting smashed, writing songs. This is a song about, it's counterintuitive, but, there's a whole thing, you play a country record backwards and, your truck starts, your wife comes back, your dog comes back to life, you get a job, someone's paid all your bills. And it's the woes of a working country musician who decided to get sober. I've not written a song since I got sober. Is the writing part of me gone? Is it all over? When my mind was more expanded, the words, they came free-handed, and now I've dried up my brain, and it just ain't the same, and I wonder if I'll write a song again. 'Cause now I'm thinking clearly, maybe not feeling as deeply, not living that old life, not living the dream of the lonesome drifting cowboy. Only friends are moonlight and moonshine. No more broken hearts tearing me apart. No more crying in the rain. There was a time bottle of wine, just me and my old guitar, and the words would flow from heart and soul, telling how things are. Now I'm on the straight and narrow, and nothing comes through anyhow. Blocked, that's a pain, tip my liquor down the drain, and I wonder if I'll write a song again. 'Cause now I'm thinking clearly, maybe not feeling as deeply, not living that old life, not living the dream of the lonesome drifting cowboy. Only friends of moonlight and moonshine. No more broken hearts tearing me apart. No more crying in the rain. It's easier to pour my heart out off the wagon. Yeah, pouring it out, drinking it down, make it happen. Since I got in the sober scene, nothing's happening, you know what I mean. It's a crying shame, only got myself to blame, and I wonder if I'll write the song again. 'Cause now I'm thinking clearly, maybe not feeling as deeply, not living that old life, not living the dream of the lonesome drifting cowboy. Only friends, the moonlight and moonshine. No more broken hearts tearing me apart. No more crying in the rain. No, I ain't written a song since I got sober, and it's a crying shame. Only got myself to blame, and I wonder if I'll write the song again. Yeah, I wonder if I'll write the song again. Good, how are you? Well, I stepped out the shower and had a good look at myself. Pot-bellied, bald-headed man, thought it was somebody else. And I caught my reflection in the mirror on the bathroom door. Oh, I don't look good naked anymore. So I'm going upstairs to take the mirror off the bathroom door. I put it up there when I was a young man and trim and tall. I'd stand and smile and flex until my arm got sore. I just don't look good naked anymore. Used to go out with all the girls and love them one and all. Now they don't get very close to me, they're afraid that I might fall. So I went to see the doctor for my annual physical exam. Standing there in the buff, and the doctor said, "Oh man." I said, "What is it, doc? Some disease? I gotta know the score." He said, "You don't look good naked anymore." Well, me and my gal, we had a dancing style everybody said it was unique. Now it's only when we're back to back that we're dancing cheek to cheek. So I went down to the beach to get me some seaside fun. Just stretched out there, get a little sun. Then some hippie yelled, "Here's a stranded whale," washed up along the shore. Oh, I don't look good naked anymore. Oh, my arches fell and my waist went to hell. My butt is dragging on the floor. I just don't look good naked. Hey, Paul, I bet you still look good naked. I don't look good naked anymore. I didn't write that one, but I wish I did. I get requests to do Johnny Cash songs. Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash. Anyway, this song is called Johnny Cash Song, but it's not a Johnny Cash song, it's a song about Johnny Cash songs. She was sitting on a bus stop, she was waiting for a train, and I was standing at the microphone, trying to entertain. Well, I sang her all my good songs, I sang her all my best. Then she jumped upon the table and made a strange request. I want to hear a Johnny Cash song, I want to walk the line, I want to feel a ring of fire, hear that lonesome whistle whine. I want to hear a Man in Black song, I want to hear your G-string twang, I want to hear a Johnny Cash tonight. Well, I unplugged my amplifier, I headed for the bar. She had a silver-studded buckle, shaped like an old guitar. Well, I went in her direction, I offered her a beer. And she looked into my eyes and said with a sneer, I want to hear a Johnny Cash song, I want to walk the line, I want to feel a ring of fire, hear that lonesome whistle whine. I want to hear a Man in Black song, I want to hear your G-string twang, I want to hear a Johnny Cash song, sing a Johnny Cash song tonight. Well, she asked me home for coffee, a drink or two, orange blossom special, false from prison, boy named Sue. And she went into the bedroom and smoked a cigarette. We both went down on Jackson and sang a close duet. I want to hear a Johnny Cash song, I want to walk the line, I want to feel a ring of fire and hear that lonesome whistle whine. I want to hear a Man in Black song, I want to hear that G-string twang, I want to hear a Johnny Cash song, sing a Johnny Cash song tonight. Love, it's a burning thing, and it makes a flower ring. Hey, Paul. Paul. Got a harp?
I don't. Tim has harps. He can play.
No, harp solos. But if you don't want to do it, can I have a bit less bass? Yeah, it's booming a bit. How long have I got? Yeah. Well, if you can get a harp to play a solo in A, you're up. He doesn't want to do it. Just waiting for Paul to get a harmonica. He's going to do a guest solo. Turn the mic.
Yeah, I'll be playing for you.
I know. I want to hear you, man. Just a standard country blues progression, and put a solo over the verse and the chorus. The chorus just goes up to the D, and there's a bit of something in there. You'll get it. Yeah. They've got a special guest, Paul Doherty's going to play some harmonica. This side, use the mic when you're on. Alrighty, Paul's doing one. This one I wrote a while back, being a country musician but living in the city. Well, I wake up in the morning to the sound of a street full of cars. Broken stairs all day in the office, then I head off for a bar. I have a couple of drinks, get my heart broken again. Pretty lady, I can see her, she just don't know when. Oh, I might be a city boy, I feel a little country now and then. Well, my Friday night suit ain't nothing in the fashion states. Get a new pair of jeans and a belt that buckle like a snake. High-cut boots, big hat, bit of swagger, make a plain. Oh, yo, serious, I'm not playing games. Though I might be a city boy, feel a little country now and then. I play my air guitar to the country radio show. Dancing with the door handle, making all the right moves and so. Up all night, a scooting and a swinging in country music bars full of country music women. Oh, I might be a city boy, I feel a little country now and then. Born to be in country and the clothes and the music I'll play. There's two things country on my mind that's torturing me. Keeps me up all night, scooting and swinging. That's country music bars full of country dancing with his door handle, making all the right moves and so. I'll stay up all night, sitting and swinging in country music bars full of country music women. Though I might be a city boy, I feel a little country now and then. Though I might be a city boy, I feel a little country now and then. Thank you. Thanks, Tim. I've never actually had anybody play an accompaniment to that. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, we will. Yeah, mandolin's an Italian word meaning hard to tune. Couple of fun facts. The mandolin that Simon Fisher was playing before and my mandolin, they were both made here in Cook, up on McKellar Crescent by a guy called Graham MacDonald. And mine's made out of timber that I harvested from the old Charnwood station. It used to be a sheep station back in the day, and this stuff was planted in 1830. But I managed to get a piece of timber from there. Of course, Charnwood isn't a sheep station anymore, it's more like a zoo. Anyway, this is a request from Dawnsy up in Brisbane. Thank you, good night, and Tiernan's on next.